Check 1 2, guys. We're in the library, coming to you live with episode 3 of the Lone Wolf Badass podcast. I have to keep it down somewhat, just because it says all over that these study rooms are not soundproof, and there's been a few people passing in front of me, and there's just a big open glass area. There's 2 right now. Oof. Yeah, they're kind of scary looking. I'm a little stuffed up today, guys, but nevertheless, we do have our 3 topics for the day, starting off with Walmart. I will actually just kind of back up a bit, and the Super Bowl was last night. The Seahawks won. I ended up doing a 5-legger parlay for $10, and it busted completely. I didn't win any money, but it was a mid-game at best. I mean, I would go as far as say 4.8 out of 10 for all around the whole atmosphere of the Super Bowl. It wasn't great, wasn't ideal, and we lost $10, but it is what it is. Sam Darnold, man, if you're watching, congrats. Number 1 is Walmart. Kind of touching about Walmart, I've never really seen one being built. They kind of all just show up out of nowhere and are stocked full of employees. I've also come to terms as that's where the NPCs start to spawn in, if you will. Once the lights go off in Walmart, you'd like to think everybody is gone. However, that's where you get those random people where you're like, dude, this person can't be real. That's where they're coming from, guys. They're coming from the back aisles of Walmart once they close. Nobody's there. No real human is there to check if they're spawning or not. So they let them come through. They come through. They keep spawning, and that's why our population is so high. I'm actually in works of getting Alex Jones on this podcast. I think he would really like that subject of the NPC spawning in the back of Walmart. But yeah, man, Walmart is just taking a beating. I think the best thing that's keeping them on their toes is that pickup order, on that where you just order it and then you can go pick it up. No shit. I mean, that does save a lot of time, a lot of hassle, but those substitutes just crush, man. They don't even try with the substitutes. They go, oh, you wanted some Cheez-Its? Here's some Tostitos, some scoop Tostitos. It's not ideal, and the customer service low-key sucks. I'm just better off on my phone looking up the aisle of where the item is, and I'll just go find it myself. Walmart I don't know. I mean, their clothing line has stepped it up. I will say that. The clothing line is actually decent. I'll take a peek here and there. I got a loyalty dog, the Pitbull shirt. Not Pitbull the singer, but Pitbull the dog, the Pitbull dog. And it says loyalty. It's a sick-ass t-shirt. I wear it from time to time. It's a double XL, but that's the only size they had left. And I can squeeze it. No problem. What else about Walmart? I mean, they are the one-stop shop. I don't think they're ever going to stop. But look, if I can go elsewhere, I will. Right? We go to Walmart for the groceries. We go to Target just to have a little bit of fun. Target's not really groceries. It's more so a little bit of fun. And that's what we need right now in today's day and age, right? Just a little bit of fun. But yeah, sorry, headphone users. Alex Jones, if you're out there, brother, and you wanna connect for the podcast, for the Walmart NPCs spawning in the back aisles once they close, hit my line, man. Drop a little email. I'll gladly have you on. Coming into topic number 2. Sorry, guys, I'm stuffed up as shit, man. A little bit of a sore throat, sore neck, like I slept wrong on it, and just head congestion out the wazoo. So I'm taking a beating this week, and it's only Monday. So I'm hoping we're on the downhill slope of it. But man, if you throw me right next to a homeless dude, they'll probably give us both 2 dimes and say, here you go, man. Especially in this Carhartt too. It's just a little too, what do you call it? Small. See what I mean? It's just not there. It's not programming today for my head. Yeah, Carhartt's a little too small, but it's a quarter zip at the end of the day, and Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize my strings were uneven. Yeah, no, homeless guys got me beat. So section number 2, we have the 2016 sneaker era. So that was a huge one for me. My first one was the NMDs. I think they were called Camo Pink. Let me see, NMD Camo Pink. I believe that, yeah. Oh no, my fault. The Utility Gray, the NMD R1 Utility Gray. God bless were those. You know what? I'm gonna flip it around. I'm not gonna edit the picture in, but that's what they look like, guys. And holy hell, was that those were pussy magnets. I'm just kidding. Nobody really commented on them except my boy Cameron James Schwartzwalter, baby. Yeah, he was. Damn, that was a whole government name. It's all good. Low viewer ratio on here, anyways. But yeah, those were my first sneakers that really got me going. The whole NMD kick was huge. I eventually transferred into the XR1s, the duck camo, and that was huge. I mean, I ended up getting those beat up in a 3K. It was super muddy, and I said, you know what? They're gonna go out with a bang. But damn, that sneaker era was something else. We had the Yeezy 350s, we had the V2s came out, we had the Moon Rocks, we had Adidas was on top of the world. Ultra Boost, really anything Kanye put on his feet was going to be a hit, and that was a time to be alive. That Hypebeast era, the Supreme, the Bape, you name it, I was going after it. But I remember these shoes specifically, the Utility Grays, were in Foot Locker for $80, and I go, Mom, those are tight. And the Foot Locker employee was like, yeah, man, those are pretty cool. I'd get them if I could right now. I think he was just trying to get a little commish off of us, but I go, ooh, those are sick. They were $80. They were on sale. I go, Mom, these are the ones. She said, no, not today, but we came back and we eventually got them. My life was forever changed that day. I eventually beat the ever-living shit out of those, and they smelled horrible, and then I ended up hydro dipping them and gave them to my friend Julia, who then, I don't know where they're somewhere now in the universe, but that was a shoe that got me going. I now have, Ultra Boost. I don't have too many cool sneakers. I'm wearing some yacht clubs now, but it threw me into this scene, and I love this scene, man. I actually did, off of Depop, grab some, hold on, it'll come to me, Jordan 11 Low 7210s. They were a size too big for me, and it just looked like I owed child support every time I put them on, so I did have to sell those. But I would like to try another pair of Jordans. I think I would go Jordan 1 Lows. I feel like that's a white guy type of vibe that I can pull off, especially with some jorts or just some jeans in general, some denim. Ooh, sorry about that, guys. Yeah, some denim would look good on me with some AG1 Lows. But, no, not AG1, AG1 is not our sponsor, but in the works of talking about it. It's just one scoop, guys, and it'll put you right back on our feet. You got your daily vitamins, greens, all in one scoop. Yeah, we are in the works of getting that promotion now. But dude, this Hypebeast era was, honestly, I think 2016, just a moment of silence if we could for it. Thank you. Let's look it up. 2016 Hypebeast era. And guys, look, we're working out the kinks with this podcast, trying to get it a little bit longer each time. But ooh, yeah, the off-white, the V-Lone, Patty Supreme, squeezing some lemons in his eyes. That was always huge glow up on his end now. But just those skinny ass ripped jeans with some big baggy Supreme whatever on you. Women would just throw themselves at you, and I could never afford it. Little 7th grade me, man. I could never afford it, but I could get behind the shoes. I saved up for a pair of, I forget the name, they're Ultra Boost, multicolored 3.0s, maybe black Boost. I always found I can never keep white shoes clean, so I'd always go with the black Boost on the bottom. Still have those today. My feet stopped growing in 7th grade, guys. Size 11, that's it. I bottomed out. But it's, dude, this sinus is kicking my ass, I'm sorry. That era of sneakers was phenomenal. And fashion all around. Ever since then, I wouldn't say we've declined, but we more so adjusted, right? You could not wear that out and about today, in today's society, with skinny ripped jeans and a Supreme headband with a Bape hoodie, you'd probably get shot, honestly. Yeah, that'll conclude it for section 2. Coming up now in the third section, we have line leaders in elementary school. Look, guys, that was a topic that kind of came to me as I was writing this down, and it's a pretty big one, in my opinion. I was never a line leader, guys. Look, if you do some research, you'll notice the alpha wolf takes the back position of the line so he can look at everybody and make sure that he can scout out attackers. He's not in the front of the line. That's where the least alpha wolf is. So obviously kindergarten and first grade me was like, whatever, line leader, take it. I'll bring the caboose up, make sure we get to lunch on time, and everybody gets sat down where they're supposed to. I wasn't worried about that line leader stuff. Man, there was so much more going on in the back where the teacher couldn't hear us. We were cracking jokes left and right, saying swears at a young age in first grade where the teacher couldn't hear us. That was happening in the back of the line, not in the front. Nothing was happening in the front. You know what was happening in the front? I don't, because I was in the back, like an alpha wolf would. I remember, it was first grade, man. So somebody was freaking out about being the line leader, and it just never appealed to me. Even at a young age, I was always a lone wolf badass. I was a badass lone wolf from a young age to now, and it's always been like that. Let's see, alpha wolf, back of the pack. Yeah, yep. In a wolf pack, the alpha, now often called the breeding male, may position themselves at the back of the pack during travel to observe, protect, and endure no member gets left behind. This guy. I was making sure we all got our chicken Alfredo. Here it is. I hate for the people to hear it, but while old or sick wolves set a slow pace in the front, the leader watches from the rear, controlling the movement and protecting the pack. I don't know what else to tell you guys. It says right here, the leader from the rear concept. Front, we're packing 3 to 5 old or sick wolves just to set the pace. All those brainiacs, those chicks that were good at math, had nice handwriting. You're in the front, bud. Middle, we're going strongest members for protection. That was our starting football lineups, but a little bit gay, just to hold the pack. You know, you want some good cushion in there, you want a good mix. But then the rear is the alpha, the leader, monitoring everybody. Even first grade me understood this, and I think it wasn't something I was taught, it was more so something I was just blessed with, just knowing that I was the alpha from a young age. And I could bring up the rear. And I'd lay it down on the other class if they needed a glue stick or some shit, and they cut in when they weren't supposed to. I'd go, hey, pack it up, buddy. You're behind Mrs. Mellon's class. Shit, guys, honestly, I know I said I was trying to make these longer, but it looks like this one got cut a little bit shorter. It's, you know, this is only episode 3, right? We're gonna brush through, we're gonna comb out the bad stuff, bring in the good stuff. I'm trying to work this through, and I don't want to play this card. However, boom, just laid it down. Guys, I'm clogged up in the head like you wouldn't believe right now. Last night, and I'm gonna come out and publicly say this, I'm a mouth breather. I know. Intense jawline for a mouth breather. You wouldn't expect it. But, yeah, I've been on a huge mouth tape kick. TikTok got me going, and I don't want to stop. It helps me tremendously, but with the clogged up nose, I have no other choice but to just go horrible for the jawline, but I had to do it. So mouth is dry, nose is clogged. Look, ooh, I might have it on me. One of these vapor inhalers. Some of the coolest stuff you can do. Vicks right to the nose, straight up to the brain, and exhale. Cool minty froth all the way through your nose. It starts to run. However, I don't have tissues on me right now, so that might have been a mistake. But yeah, guys, just kind of moving forward, it might be a three section topic, not section topic. Boom, boom, boom. We talk about them. Let me know what you think in the comments below if you have any topics that you want to talk about or want me to talk about. But yeah, I might have a few people on the podcast, just chop it up like the good old days. But just trying to get that consistency back, guys. There's really no end goal for this. There's no goal at all. There's nothing but a dark tunnel, and I'm just trying to find a little bit of light at the end. So thanks for watching. That was episode 3, guys.